Um, considering that we might vote that into implementation, a one-year study, and how many people actually take advantage of the service. I think a lot of times some of these things get put in place, and then actually you find out that 10 people a month paid their bill verbally, and then you're paying $200 to have them process a payment. So I'd like to have a follow-up item to that if it were to go into place. Just the usage.
Sorry.
Okay, actually, I went to you with that last one. I was gonna go to Christie. Christie, you wanna weigh in on the voice payments?
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about automating things. I guess the thing I struggle with on this one is usually when you automate, you have some cost savings on the backside, and I'm not really sure what that is.
But I didn't ask you for additional staffing.
So this is to offset potential staffing increases that are
I
handling.
did not ask you for additional staffing because I thought the voice payment system it was consensus of the customer service manager and whatever that this would
So
be
it's
very
FTE
helpful.
savings.
Great.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so that's a yes for you?
Yes.
Larry?
I go to Steve's, what I hear is.
You can't punt.
I'll go to Heath.
Yes.
Yes? Tori?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think I have a decision now.
We're on to two police SUVs.
Okay.
Heath, two police SUVs, I believe, 72,000?
71.
71?
Close, you were very
Was
close.
close.
Yes, I agree with the expense to these.
Tori?
Yes.
Steve?
This is to meet a need that we don't currently have the capability to meet, which is inclement weather support of our emergency operations. So yes, I would say yes.
Okay. Now, we were looking for money. I haven't totaled it up. But we're not in a position at this point to approve a budget based on this, based on mill levy decrease or whatever. I'm, at this point, I think we need a work session maybe next Monday, followed by trying to approve this August 18th. Anybody have an issue with a work session next Monday? Can we approve it August 18th and still be in compliance with state statute?
It get published in the legal record the next day?
Gardner News will publish it,
The new Kansas statute requires publication in the county newspaper, which is the public record, which publishes on.
That's the Olathe News.
And it's called the legal record.
Oh, I'm sorry?
It's called the legal record.
A legal record? Okay. And you said it publishes on
And it publishes on Tuesday, so we would have to ask them to reserve space, and if they will do that, and.
What's the final date of publishing? Again?
The next morning.
No, from statutory compliance.
You have to have it approved to the county by August 25th, but the other requirement plays into that as well. So if you missed that, you won't get that statutory
So
requirement.
let me say this, in which case, if they can't save space, we'd
Well-
have to have a work session on Monday and then approve it sometime before the end of next week.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not sure what I'm presenting you at the work session.
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay,
I
good.
promise you we'll get to
Okay.
that.
Mhm.
But we started talking
I
timeline and.
I can make work session next Monday. I'll just have to dial in, but I'll be there.
Anyone else not going to be able to make work session on that?
I don't know why we just don't, it's 10:15, what more questions are left to be done so we can hash it out, what comes from the work session? And then if we need to call a special meeting to actually host the vote for the budget, why don't we just finish?
Okay.
I'm already past my bed.
Well, and you're getting fussy, obviously, so.
No, I mean, I kind of agree, I mean, if we went through all this
Yes.
stuff,
Well, because we don't know what the numbers are going to look like.
Well, I know, but.
Because we can say, these are the things we want you to back out of the budget, and we wanted to go down 2 mils,
Well, I
but
think we
what
can
if,
go down.
what if when we see that, we don't like what we see? We've gotta be able to have a chance to have a conversation about it, and then staff has to have an opportunity to fix that.
You're absolutely right.
I know, I haven't heard that much this evening, but thank you.
As I said, I've got no issue with a work session next Monday, so that we can review the numbers and, you know, make minor adjustments if we have to.
Can it actually be a special meeting so we could review the numbers and then vote on it, so then we have time to publish it by the deadline?
Not unless we know for sure that we're going to.
I'm sorry, I'm not being obstinate. I don't know what numbers you wanna review. It's
We're,
gonna change every.
I know,
number.
we're talking timeline right now.
Okay.
We'll get around to talking numbers in a second.
Okay.
I just wanna know, do we have consensus of council that we can be here for a work session next Monday? And can we all make the 18th meeting?
Yes.
And can we realize that we might have to meet earlier than that because of the, what's it called again?
Publication requirement for Kansas statute.
Well, I know, the name of the publication,
Oh, the legal record?
the legal record, whether or not they can hold the space for us.
As long as it's Thursday or Friday of next week and not Wednesday.
What happens if we blow past the date?
You're gonna get a non-statutory compliance thing again.
And what is that?
No one's
That-
going to jail, but you're going to be written up by your auditors as being non-compliant with Kansas statute.
Even if it's one day?
Yes, sir, non-compliant. There's no provision for delay in the statute. No one's going to jail,
Well, that's good.
but you will be stated as non-compliant.
Well,
Okay. I mean, we'll go through that again with whatever
Well, I
that
mean, I
has to
think we
be.
should target to make it, but,
Mhm.
listen, I mean, we shouldn't be rushing things through if we, you know,
We would not be doing our due diligence if we were to do that. I agree.
So, work session on Monday, but what's the work session on? We've identified things we wanna pull out of the budget.
Yes.
And we talked about a 2 mil decrease, even though most of these are primarily one-time expenditures.
Correct. We'll be revisiting this time next year.
I don't think I don't think everyone is in agreement on 2 mils necessarily. What were they?
Well, we'll see what the calculations
We don't
come
know
out.
what
Yeah.
these new numbers will show. What if it's a 4 mil reduction?
I doubt it'll be,
I mean,
I don't think they're that.
it'll be 4 mil, but.
Let's take a look at the numbers and we'll see.
But how do you want the numbers to be calculated? What is it that you want to see in the
We
numbers?
just went
We
through.
just wanna lower the mills, I get that, I
We
wanna
just,
lower
no,
the
we
mills.
just went through, looking at all the initiatives, and we have now identified 7 that are being removed.
Yeah, we took the fluff out, just published whatever, what's the mill rate with the fluff out of it.
So let's plug those into the spreadsheets and run it through the formulas and see what comes out at the other end.
but where
That's-
do you
and
want
I don't
her to
have
get
those
the bill? I
spreadsheets.
mean, because so we take this stuff out, right? We take this stuff out in 2015. What that does is that
Puts it in
changes
fund
your funds
balance.
available.
Right.
It
Oh,
puts
yeah.
it in fund balance. So
Yeah.
we have to give her some direction to say,
What's the target?
what do you want to, I mean, so it's going to sit in fund balance and it's going to show maybe
And all the other years and the out years.
35% versus 29%. And then,
Mhm.
yeah, it's going to change everything. So what do we want her to do with that fund balance?
Then you reduce the mill to an amount that's commensurate with
The amount of money.
keeping the fund balance percentages the same.
At what?
For 5 years out?
I don't know.
At what number?
Because if for 5 years out,
Because
once
it's
we
all-
start lowering the mill levy, the fund balance doesn't stay the same
For all
5
intents,
years out.
guys, for all intents and purposes,
one year
the
budget.
out-year projections
know.
are not relevant to the statutory requirements.
No.
They look at next year's numbers.
That's true, but.
They look
Good
at
point.
next year's numbers, not 5 years out, not 6 years out, not 4 years out,
Laura?
next year.
Laura, who looks at outlying projections?
Your credit rating agency, your,
Well,
Cheryl, is that correct?
And I don't think we, I
That's
mean,
kind of what our financial advisor indicated, is that they'd like to
And
see.
because
So then no city could ever reduce their mill levy.